In the advent of a modern world, one ancient philosophy continues to live, and that is Stoicism. The Stoic legacy has shaped generations in more ways than you might expect. Even if information is easily accessible with just a single click, not everything could be learned within the corners of a classroom or the World Wide Web. Stoic philosophy deals with life questions traditional and modern schooling does not talk about, and its practices are actually immensely useful in today's demanding world. Why does Stoicism even matter today? Here are some of the reasons why. Stoicism can carry you through tough times. One of the fundamental virtues of Stoicism is courage, and its teachings are grounded on the mastery of emotions and inner strength for a Stoic to rationally face crisis, especially during this very trying time. As Seneca reminds, it is in times of security that the spirit should be preparing itself for difficult times. While fortune is bestowing favors on it, then it is the time for it to be strengthened against her rebuffs. While it is natural to cry of pain, Stoicism instills to embrace adversity and turn it into an opportunity to further strengthen yourself. It is in your own volition to choose whether you would let your suffering destroy you or drive you to adapt and find a way around. But the Stoic teachings always urge you to go with the latter. Fear and grief only enter the mind when you willingly let them in. As Marcus Aurelius worded it, choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been. Stoicism helps build self-discipline. The only way to ensure a good and successful life is to implement discipline into your core. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. True to these Seneca words, a person with a well-disciplined action and mindset can come to an understanding of the better ways to live in this chaotic world. Discipline is the essential element that keeps humans in a routine to progress towards the desired goals, and this very thing is embedded in the Stoic philosophy. As a human being, you should always favor your rational mind over your emotional one. Pleasure is nice, but overindulgence into it is destructive. Being a Stoic does not necessarily connote to a stone void of emotions, but it is a character with the ability to reinforce to himself what is within his control and not to be enslaved by outside events. Stoicism lets us live a life of virtue. Stoicism follows 4 cardinal virtues to lead a righteous life: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. According to Marcus Aurelius, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. And so the Stoic wisdom is the wise judgment of what is good and bad and the understanding of how to act and feel correctly. Courage, on the other hand, lies in the ability to exert one's will in the face of misfortune. For Stoicism, a courageous man also feels fear, but what sets him apart is his fortitude to act on it. The third virtue is temperance, which is the knowledge that abundance comes from having what is essential. As Seneca puts it into words, you ask what is the proper limit to a person's wealth. First, having what is essential, and second, having what is enough. And the most important virtue is justice. The more wisdom applied to actions, not just in the legal sense, but especially in relation to other people, individually or society as a whole. The Stoics believe that once you wholeheartedly embody these four prime elements, everything else will follow for a well-lived life. Stoicism inspires to live in the present moment. Living in the present moment is one of the keys to achieve Stoic happiness. It gives you the ability to be logical in your decisions by banishing worries about what has already happened and anxiety about what might still happen. Once you have instilled in your mind that the only time we really have is right now, and neither the past nor the future is in your control, then you will be able to lead a more joyous existence that is in accordance to Stoic philosophy. Just like what Seneca wrote, the whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Stoicism is timeless. On the outside, it may seem that life today has very much evolved from the life thousands of years ago, but internally, humans have pretty much stayed the same. Your actions and behaviors do not widely differ from persons who lived during Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus' era. Stoic wisdom is as relevant and empowering as ever. It is timeless, ethical, and psychological teachings focus on the art of living in a world that feels out of control, exactly just like where we are right now. People of today are constantly struggling to deal with change. However, the Stoics realized a long time ago that the life hack was learning to make a clear distinction between what's under our direct control and what isn't. So this is why Stoicism continues to thrive even today. To directly quote Massimo Pialucci, Stoicism is a practical philosophy for everyday life, providing us with a compass for how to navigate good and bad fortune, and with practical exercises to stay on course. And its promise is that we will be pretty happy with what we've done when we face the final curtain. Not bad for something that began with a shipwreck. Have you enjoyed today's episode? For you, why does Stoicism matter even during our times today? Lend us your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, be the very best version of yourself you can possibly be today.